luxury, it ain't no fun, no, but ain't no fun without a little bit of
Cancer.
Nothing against you, but anybody under 30, I'm like, you fucking douchebag. Everybody under 30, I'm like, you look like a fucking
I'll tell you, it's
cartoon.
really fun to watch everyone have that assumption on Matt, and then Matt will either prove them wrong or just solidify their opinion.
So right.
Yeah, there's no middle ground.
And I love just sitting back and watching it now. It's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
They're just like, man, this guy's beating. And they're leaving. They're like, you know what? He's actually a really good guy. And then someone else is like, I'm going to fucking hit that guy with my car next time I see him.
Yeah, dude.
Right, is there something that you own that you only wear inside the house?
A dashiki.
Really?
No.
Yeah, it's beautiful guard.
You would look good. You
Dude,
had
I honestly think about doing that. Like, if I just had one for the house, just walking around, no one could be like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, it's my house.
They look
This
comfy.
is my robe.
They do look comfy as fuck.
When I saw the Democrats all wearing them, whatever, remember that a little bit ago?
Yeah, when
Oh,
Nancy
yeah.
Big
Pelosi
Pelosi
took
yeah.
down
on
Reagan.
marble.
put the cannons in a fucking dashiki. I was like, good God, buff.
Her tits are fucking sick.
Yeah,
though.
if you could put burlap over a good pair of heavy tits, and it's
mean,
gonna
Yeah,
look
it doesn't
great.
matter.
Yeah.
Big tits really like doesn't matter what's going on. If you're
Yeah.
just like got big tits in anything, it's like
Yeah.
damn, dude.
I saw
Even
it.
if they're not good, it's going to stop everyone to at least examine.
Somebody's going to bring them up, good or bad. Somebody's talking
Yeah.
about your big old
You ever
boobies.
seen good tits in a casket? I've never look. I'm just saying. I've never seen good tits in a casket.
Is that a breakfast at Denny's?
Oh, you're all of the moons over my hammy.
Moons
Yeah,
over
I'll
my
take
hammy.
good tits in a casket.
No, I just had moons over my hammy last week. Let me go with the
Yeah.
big tits in a
Can I get
casket.
that? Make it inside a grand slam on those tits, please.
You choose the size of the meal off of the cup size.
Oh yeah. Can I get a D cup cheesy tits, please?
Denny's waitress is a 70-year-old with big tits. She's like, it's going to be me soon,
Dude,
baby.
you know it,
I'm
dude.
getting there.
I've just never seen. I've been to a couple funerals, not to brag, and I've never seen big titties in a casket.
That does have to be. Well, do you think they lose? Like, you know how they like will fluff up a face after someone dies?
Yeah.
They have to prop a tit up too, right?
Oh, there's got to be
Because
titty
they got like
props.
I know they like put like foam things in people's mouths so
Yeah.
it doesn't cave in and
Yeah.
makes you
Yeah.
look like you're alive.
Dude, I imagine the guy that's working on the body, you would be drunk with power if you're inflating tits and you're just like, all right, these look good. These can be bigger.
Tell me
Let
when.
me see what I can do. Yeah.
But you know, there's been a guy also who's gone too far and lost a job. He's just like, oh, like just blown up. all
Yeah,
over
we
his
actually
face.
can't close the casket now. It's just got to be buried in an open casket because her tits are so big.
They tie a string to her. She's floating above the church. Like, check her out.
I'd love to
did
see a
that.
casket where the shape of the casket also goes along
Oh,
with the
dude,
tit,
bump.
too.
fucking voluptuous
Just like-
casket. Also a good band name.
Great video.
Voluptuous casket on tour, dude. I'm
Just Aunt
telling
Diane's
you,
coffin slowly getting lowered into the ground, and the last thing you see is her tits. Just
dude.
That's how they wanna remember it.
They
casket.
start burying it. It's just the tits above the church. It's like, there it is.
We dug it 6 feet deep. We didn't factor
Yeah,
in the
dude.
tit mound.
Those titties
Tit
are
Mound's another great indie
Tit
band
Mound's
name.
pretty good, dude. But like, I just always think about that too. When what Mike was saying, it's like a mortician has got to be like, just like I could do anything I want.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're truly playing
know.
God.
Yeah.
Like, you know what would be great is if you found out a mortician was also moonlighting as a tattoo artist, and like, but you find out later.
There should be
years
like an
later,
apprenticeship program. Like, you don't want to tattoo on everyone,
No.
like on live
that is a
humans.
good point.
Tattoo on a dead person, like freshly
dead guy, but they're going to be wearing a suit, so you never see it. But then, like later, you find out. Like this guy gets exposed, like he did my grandfather's funeral. It's like your grandfather's thug life on his fucking stomach or some shit.
Kind of relative to this, like I was thinking about like what I want to do with my body when I die, and how cool would it be to donate your body to a group of necrophiliacs?
Yeah.
Like
True.
the boys are thinking like, all right, we constantly have to sneak around to get what we normally want, but it's just like you get gifted
A beautiful
man like this.
Yeah.
a 44-year-old man hunk who's kind of overweight and is just willing to let you do whatever you want to do with his body.
When do you think they get?
You get that tattooed on your belly before you die too. You're like, no rules, boys. Get after it.
No, you should get a bunch of targets tattooed on your stomach. It's like shoot here, 50 points, 30
You
points.
turn
Like,
yourself into
yeah,
a skee
dude.
ball machine.
That would be
Your
fucking
dick's the
terrible.
A
ramp.
sex organ donor on your fucking license the
Dude,
entire time.
that would be fucking. I often thought about how funny it would be to get like you if you have the money, you can do whatever you want. And like people, we were just talking about like money getting corrupted and stuff like that. But if I had billions of dollars, The shit I would do just for myself would be great. And one thing I would do is I would get my license, but have an organ donor, but just my dick. It would just specify that it was just my penis. It's like, don't take anything out, just this big schlong. Put it on somebody who needs
You're a organ donor at that point.
We got to get that schlong on ice. So flying your dick to Nashville.
And there's some kid in a waiting room like waiting. He's like, he's been patiently waiting a big penis.
Surrounded by Make-A-Wish people. John Cena's there.
Make a dick, more like it, dude. Dude, if John Cena came to give a kid a dick, you see just Cena like,
Honestly, right now,
in the background.
Right now, your dick's so small that I really can't see.
yeah, I cannot
But we're going to change that, Tyler.
That today.
Move that dick.
Little Timmy, you lost your dick in a diabetic-related incident.
Oh man,
We got together. We made yours a double wide. Here you go, buddy.
Ty Pennington, dude.
All right, now that we're talking about kids and dicks, how often do you think kids lose dicks in accidents?
lose dicks in accidents? Oh,
Yeah.
there's got to be some statistic we could look up. There's
Wasn't
just-
there? I
wonder
mean,
if you,
just botched circumcisions that lead to MRSA and stuff alone.
Yeah, they're
right?
just
There's
too
gotta be at least
tasty,
2 a
and the
year.
boil's like.
Did you
I'm gonna
ever
finish
hear? And this is a real fucking thing. So this was like in the 30s or 40s. So this is back when they were experimenting with circumcision and trying to have it be hands-free ahead of the time. And what they did is they put this almost like a heating rod
bobbing for foreskin
on this.
I love the idea they needed hands free because the doctors were like, "Ew, gay."
It's like a crane upper. Pull it up.
You play until you
Give me a dollar.
It's a claw machine. The claw machine circumcision.
It's like how many times you miss. He's like, you fucking idiot. But apparently they heated up this coil to like burn off the foreskin.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, some rookie fucking circumcisionist fucking left the room and it burnt off this child's penis
Oh, no.
completely. So then they completely cut off the testicles and they did an early sex reassignment surgery and they told them to like, it's a girl now, raise it as a girl.
Oh shit!
Unfortunately, that girl still went through puberty like a boy
Yeah.
and had all these like it was this crazy thing and then
In
it
a
got
time
exposed.
where you can't have any thoughts
Yeah,
that aren't
dude.
the norm.
And it's like there has to be more than one person. Like that was brought to light. I could only imagine how many people are fucking
Right.
up circumcised.
There's so many
That's
parents that come to
fucking-
pick up their kid and they're like, "Tommy, we lost him. He just out the back door. We have no clue where he is."
It's the craziest story to explain to a girl why you have a small dick. It's like, actually, the circuit, he actually burnt my dick off as a kid. And then,
Are you
know,
familiar with dick coils?
I was actually supposed to be a girl. I'm actually a cool ass girl. It's not a big deal, dude.
Yeah, I'm just the coolest.
I'm just actually a really cool girl, dude.
Could you imagine a doctor's like, look, you don't have a boy anymore, but you do have the sweetest chick.
Yeah.
She's gonna be awesome, dude. No
Congrats,
questions.
you got a fat clit, lady.
She's got the fattest clit in the world. Just a monster truck.
and balls.
Real
fat
great,
clit.
great digger, you will.
She was born on Sunday. Coming out with that
Paid for the
huge-ass
whole
clit.
clip, but you're only going to need the edge.
Dude, I would love. Dude, I don't. What's the biggest clit you ever seen in your life?
Like in person.
Yeah, in real life.
So I had a weird job. I think you can relate to. You were in like the same vein. I had a weird job where I worked in operating rooms for a while. Oh yeah. So I saw way too many old genitalia of both sides, and like the biggest takeaway, you see like it wasn't even like the clit was huge. It was just the amount of like surgical residence it took to find some ladies' vaginas that were older, heavy ladies, or the size of balls on dudes.
dude, balls get
It's
big.
unreal.
Crazy.
Balls get wild.
It's
You're like, all right,
and
those are trick balls.
We're the real ones.
All right,
and
I am
balls.
impressed, but we're the real ones, pal.
This is my balls.
Trick ball is actually a
It
great
does
rapper.
suck though. It's like ears and balls are the two things that just keep going.
Never go away. I thought it's ears. I think noses get bigger
Yeah.
too, and then your balls just fucking balloon.
So you're just one of those dudes with a fucking bulb nose
Yeah.
and just fucking two.
See, that was also how
cannonballs.
my casket would be. Just this big thing at the other end. It's like,
Nuts
what's
out.
up?
That's like a mountain range.
It's like, what is that? It's like, that's Grandpop's balls, dude. They're
We're here
huge.
to read the last will and testament of Ryan Shaner. It says, "Make sure my balls are out in the casket." That's it. That's all that's on here.
My testiclement would be fucking great. My last will and testiclement. It's like, dude, read it all. But I've only seen one clit where I was like, that
Yeah.
is big. And
How big was it?
It was so big. No, it looked like a smaller version of Jimmy Durante's nose. It was fucking just like a hot cha cha cha. Like, fucking. But the thing is,
Did you get penis envy from this clit?
so what I did, I got intimidated.
yeah.
Because like when you see a big clit, you're like, most people are like, oh man, that's crazy. But part of me was like, oh, this is going to be easier to stimulate.
Yeah.
Finding the clit on some people is like impossible.
You accidentally.
But this
find
one
it
was
on
like,
her.
this was like the moon at night. I was like, there it is. I know exactly where it is.
Controlling the tides of my love, the mood at night.
It was.
Her
She got a
chubby
tidal
clit.
wave of cum. That's right. But I remember being
Pooner
like,
eclipse.
Yeah.
If you think I haven't been practicing puns, knowing we got Mike
Pooner
Rainey coming on,
dude,
you're out of
you
your
have
fucking mind, dude.
you have to be on point with Rainey. He will bury you
we
with
got
puns.
68 episodes of me bombing with terrible puns. I had to step my game
All
up.
for this,
Dude.
dude.
That's how it goes. But I did think, I was like, I have to like really, like maybe because it's bigger, it needs more stimulation.
Yeah.
So like at one point in time, dude, I was going down and I was like yelling. I was like, like I was going full grindcore yelling to this fucking. I was like, I want you to open this clit up right now.
This is a job for a cowboy. Their new song.
I was like, circle clit, come on.
I was like a speed bag.
I was losing it. But like later, everything seemed to go well. Everyone seemed mostly satisfied. But I did think it was crazy because like later, because I didn't see her walking around in her underwear. I just like took her pants off and there it was. But later, when she put her panties back on, there was a obvious.
Beyond mound.
It was like, oh fuck, that just looks like the tiniest wiener in.
Einhorn is a man.
Now, do you think it would be worse if you saw it in person first, or if you felt it in the dark first? What do you think would be a worse reaction?
Man. So that would be, I don't know how I would get up. Because but that's funny you bring that up. Because one time I went on a Tinder date, and I swear to God, and I don't know how I know, and I don't know what it was. We went on a Tinder date, we matched, she was beautiful. Go to a bar, this date couldn't be going more smooth. You know, we start talking, we start like getting close. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking plant one on this chick. We start kissing. As soon as I do, I'm like, this is a guy.
Wow.
I was like, this is a guy. And
What
I don't
was
know.
what was the tell?
I don't fucking know. And
Yeah.
then like we stopped making out, and I didn't make anything weird. I was just like, okay, and continued talking. She went to the bathroom. I'm like, nah, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is. Everything's fine. You're just weird. You're like, maybe you're drunk. You're like, what's going on?
Meanwhile, you saw her walk into the men's
I was
room.
going to say, yeah.
I also,
peeking around
I
the
also
corner.
saw her adjust her huge cock. I'm like, there, but what is this? But she went to the bathroom. She came back. We continued to date. We were there for another like 20 minutes. We go out front of the bar, and like she's about to get in the car. She's like, oh, I have work in the morning, blah, blah, blah. We make out one more time. And like in my head, I'm like, that was just a fluke. Whatever. Dude, we kiss another. I'm like, this is a fucking dude.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know, and I really do not know how
Was
I
it that
knew.
your mustaches went together like Velcro?
Honestly, it
You
was
were like,
probably just because you
something's
were
off here.
hanging out with her and having a good time.
I think that might have been it.
True.
Like, oh shit, I can only have fun with guys.
Yeah, dude, and it was weird. Her knowledge of pro wrestling
was-
from the 90s is like fucking on point.
I could see myself really spending the rest of my life.
She
with this
knew all
girl.
about the Godwins and the slop drop. I was like, how do you know? Only dudes know that shit.
Sorry, Ryan, I gotta get up for work early. What do you do? Concrete.
If she was like, my rebar is getting a little bit, then I'd be like, oh shit.
Go on a date with the girl.
It's like, oh no.
What do you do for a living? Concrete.
What do you do for a living? Chicks. That's what I do. It's like,
It's actually the first woman-owned concrete company. We call it Cuntcrete. Kind of trendsetters.
Concrete LLC, dude.
the only thing I bring was our will and clits. We cannot fucking fail. But yeah, that was I just remember.
How did was there a? Did you just let it?
and
fade
then,
away?
Like, she got in a car,
Yeah.
drove off, and I was like, that. And then I remember going back in the bar, I'm like, what the fuck Like there's
You start to notice any
there
other
was
signs?
no. And that was the thing too. I kept going through, like, so I went back and looked at the pictures. I'm like, is there anything that like I was missing?
Right.
There was nothing in the profile that said trans or anything like that. And I was like, what was that? And I was talking to my buddy Luke, who's a bartender. He's like, dude, she was fucking hot. I'm like, yeah. You ever been kissing like the hottest chick in the world and been like, yeah, she's got a dick? And he was like, what? I was like, I think that was a guy. He's like, no way. And then he left and came back. He's like, yeah, what if that was a dude? I'm like, well, then I like violently made out with a guy. That was the thing too, is like when we started kissing, I was like, oh, I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, let's push this to the limit. And I was like, I'm definitely, my tongue is in a man's
You were getting
throat right
competitive
now.
because it was another
It's like arm
guy.
wrestling.
Yeah.
When you kiss another man aggressively, he's going to match your aggression.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my
eventually,
God, yeah,
you're
yeah.
holding onto the table
You're
as you
one-upping
kiss.
each other.
I'll tell you one thing, my dick was going over the top.
A hat appears out of nowhere.
Dude, I went home and I jacked. I was like, all right, over the way.
Chalking up.
Dude. Chalking up to Jarrett, dude.
His elbow's not on the table.
It's just like, oh.
What a wild
His dick is the
fucking-
thing you use to
Yeah.
counter.
It was crazy because
He's sitting in his truck. This is how
I should have known because their IG name was Lincoln Caulk. So that's another over the top reference. I don't know if you guys got that.
Doing this for my kid.
Yeah.
So you never got confirmation about what
Never
the,
did. Never did. We only had one date, and then she stayed in Philadelphia for a month. We were chatting, and then she moved to California.
Wow.
And I was like, I'll never know. And the thing is, I also don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't
that's a
want to
fun
know.
mystery.
And it's
True.
not because like I'm like, oh my God, I made out with a dude. I'm like, you know what? If I didn't know and this person was comfortable with being like, I'm a she, I'm like, I guess you are.
All right.
And that was whatever issues were with me. But yeah, I have no idea. I have
That's
no
kind of
idea.
fun. Leave it open ended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fucking fine with never going back into that chapter.
It's interesting too because I mean you have enough of a big enough like online and public presence that like you've probably gone across their bandwidth at some point.
I mean, I could only hope
Yeah.
that like she's like, yeah, that was that guy I bamboozled.
She's like, that's a girl
She
I
just
made out with that
pranked
looked
you
like a
so
dude.
hard, dude.
Yeah, it's like she's just laughing. It's like,
She's on a podcast in California right now going, I made out with this guy that was definitely a girl. I just felt it as soon as we
he
started
was
kissing.
definitely a she. I
Best
think
stash I've ever seen on a trans person ever.
fucking dude, and that's like the thing too. Is I remember like going back. I did that thing where you can zoom in on
Oh, you
pictures.
did a
I was
hard
like, "There's
picture.
gotta be something here." I was like,
Just zooming into the crotch, looking for the
That's-
outline.
dude. I was waiting, and nothing arose. No pun intended. So
You
went
take care
full
of it.
dick
Quick
detective.
little porn search on the way home. It's a weird porn search.
Sherlock Holmes, dude,
Sherlock Holmes, dude.
with my magnifying, but it's the size of my whole face. I'm like,
With those pith helmets on that he wore. God damn.
Damn, you kissed a guy for sure. I mean, like certainly a guy.
I
dude.
probably did. I don't know.
But that's fun and that's
But
good.
the funny thing is too is like because I used to like Del Calo and I every now and again when Lump was in the room, Del Calo and I would be bro hug and then we'd kiss on the lips real quick and it would make Lump so mad. It made him. He's like, God, dude, fuck. And we're like, what? He's like, yeah, it's like I don't got no problem with gay people, but I know y'all ain't gay. And y'all just doing it to piss me off. I'm like, no, dude, this is how we say hello now, dude. But I've kissed a few dudes. I don't think I could ever make out with a dude. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Is like I don't think I could, and that was like I was like, did I just?
Because you're never going to top what you had.
No, I don't think I could. And
Yeah.
you know, she was a good kiss.
All right, well, that leads to our
Good
newest segment of Kiss. That's it. You guys just make out now. Oh, I mean, you don't have to.
We got to fill an hour, so you guys got to make up for 20
Can
minutes.
we make out for a full hour just in silence while you guys sit there like weird cucks? That would be fucking great.
We
Weird
had Mike
Cucks is
Rainey
a
and
great
Ryan Shaner on it.
podcast.
How was it, dude? Pretty fucking
we turn to
hot.
kiss each other, and we're like, we notice all the Brazzers guys.
They're lined up behind the couch.
The
It's
black
like,
dudes.
Oh yeah, like damn it! I knew I was going to be in a Piper Perry porn right now. Damn,
Supple
dude.
young Philadelphia comedians.
Yeah, dude, I was so supple that day. I knew it was coming here, so I emptied my bowels.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, like I haven't been up to date on newer porn stars. You guys aware of anybody who's really
I think
killing
it's so
it right now?
saturated. I don't think there is a star anymore now,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
That's the impression I get.
yeah.
I think they
Too many
honestly-
boss toning porn.
They might be bigger than they've ever been. They're like TikTok stars.
They
now.
are.
They're like getting on people's like other videos and like promoting their shit.
But just like TikTok, it's like here and then gone.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you one thing. Like I don't like every now and again. I don't jack to the same chick twice in a day.
yeah.
You know, dude. I have my mainstays. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
I have the girls that I know will get me where I need to
Yeah.
be. But if I'm like looking at X vids, I'm like, oh, maybe you know what? I like the cut of your jib today.
Like a good Tuesday
I like the
kinda
way
gal.
you take a jib today.
I've never gotten the whole searching by a star. I'm looking for a situation every time I'm getting on there. I'm not
Oh,
really
you're
looking
a-
for a certain.
You're typing a storyline into
He's a
the
sitcom
search
guy.
bar.
yeah, like I'm looking up like hot girl that might be a guy too. That's my vein, dude.
If you're not typing Shaner in a bar with a dude into your search bar tonight, you're
Girl
fucking up.
parentheses guy. Just
Sexy girl guy, good kisser. That's my
Huge tits casket question mark.
yeah, there's not enough casket porn on X vids for me.
If you're using punctuation in your search parameters, you're really fucking up.
Oh my
Like,
god! If you're using commas, dude, and I've been down that road where you're just like, no, I know what I need and I know what I like.
She's tall, but not too tall. But like, you know, where it's noticeable.
yeah. If you're putting in actual height,
A range.
dude. But that's the funny thing is, if you look, some porn is like 4'9" chick gets destroyed. I'm like 4'9".
I need to see her measured out first.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be
like,
like a
do you-
weigh-in before
Do
they
you have a
fuck.
tape measure? Do you have her on one of those old school scales with the weight? You're like,
It's a UFC fight where they're both like
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
porn
yeah.
weigh-ins would be incredible.
That'd be incredible. That's what
yeah,
we
but it's
need.
only dicks on scales. whoa.
You have a guy that kind of looks like Joe Rogan in the background.
So these guys are getting heated.
He's in a bald cap with tattoos, like the sleeves you pull on.
Man. Yeah, but then again, have you ever watched? Did you ever get into Ultimate Surrender?
So we talked about recently on here with the Durag and Deer Tag guys. Drew brought up West Philly Dungeon,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is like Ultimate Surrender, but it's the most jacked up bodybuilder chicks, like just beating the shit out of each other in a West Philly basement somewhere.
So
we
they're
don't
just-
know where.
they're
We're
just
in search-
beating- they're just
You-
beating
You look like
each
you're
other
leaving
up.
here now. You're like, I can track this down.
So wait, are they just beating each other up?
I don't think it's a fight. I think it's just a fuck. But it's
Okay.
like
I believe
it's
they
probably
wrestle.
not far off of the Ultimate Surrender vein. These girls probably competed in that at
Gotcha.
some point.
In my head, like Ultimate Surrender, I do watch, but I also think that like there is somewhere some guy who's so in the hole with gambling that is like, I need to fucking bet on something. It's like, what do you bet on? It's like Ultimate Surrender. I lost everything
Yeah.
on US.
I had
man.
inside info too.
There's one chick like, take the dive. Round 3. Your woman goes down
Just
in
bet.
more ways than
Yeah.
one.
I'm not normally into shaving, but if you could shave some points over this one, it would really help Daddy out.
I need a full muff on this fucking.
It's just the saddest guy, just like betting on possible discharge the entire fight. He's like, God, my kids hate
She
me
only
so
squirt. She didn't
much.
just cover the spread on the squirt here.
The literal spread.
She did not. She did not squirt far enough.
I almost hit this fucking 3-girl parlay the other day that would have got me out of the hole.
Actually, I did search for 3-girl parlay the other day.
What's the spread? Pretty disgusting.
One guy like, we're not gonna lie to you, not good.
I'm wiping my hard drive after this one.
You know, I'm going to take the over, the under, and the in and out.
Is she a pro? Prolapse. That's what she is. It's not good. It is not good.
Are you guys OnlyFans guys?
No, I've never subscribed. That's
Oh,
a big
man.
thing. I can't. Are you guys on it?
Yeah.
A couple.
Yeah.
I mean, I help my friends out. I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
So that's what I was
that
gonna
much.
ask. Like you guys,
Hey, okay.
you have. Do you know any of the women that are on? Like we know one comic that's on it,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like, and no one has pulled the trigger to pay the money.
Let's.
But it's like it's always lingering there. Someone has to have.
I mean, when the pandemic hit all of us, it hit all of us really hard. And everyone was, scrambling to find a way to make ends meet. Like, people were, worried about what they were going to have on the dinner table. And every now and again, I'd see a friend like, hey, I've got an OnlyFans starting it
Yeah.
up. I'm like, for $5, I will see a girl who I always wondered what their asshole looked like. And I will do it. Dude, the amount of friends, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, you got one?
The hilarious part too is if you were to walk up to that same person and hand them a 5 and be like, "Show me your butthole,"
It would never work
Assault.
out.
It's
Yeah,
assault.
Definitely. But the crazy thing is, when that was the OnlyFans boom in the beginning of the pandemic, and when I subscribed the first time, my phone got an alert that because it didn't recognize it. And then later I got a phone call from TD Bank or somebody represented we might have a fraudulent charge.
No. Have you seen me?
And I was like, what? What is it? She's like, something OnlyFans? And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah. She's like, what's that? She was like, what? I was like, it's pornography.
I like to think at the end of that
purchasing.
you've convinced this woman at TD Bank to start her own OnlyFans.
I was like, you know
Also,
what?
just over explaining it to her. I touch my penis when I look at videos of these girls. She's like, sir, it's just a charge. No, listen to me.
No, you got to hear me.
Hear
Amy,
this.
you have a hot voice. Are you a man? We may have made out. Is that you, Amy?
Do you need representation?
Now she sounds like Marmaduke.
Don't move. I have your address. I'll be there in an hour.
Damn it. It's like, and then now that's the thing too. If there's been a few chicks that I've messed around with who have an OnlyFans, and you're in your head, you're like, am I gonna be? in
Yeah.
this
Ooh,
OnlyFans?
yeah.
Did you ever have the inkling? Because I remember listening to your podcast. There was discussions of you potentially starting an OnlyFans.
Oh my God, yeah.
How close were you to hitting that?
So what had happened I remember. Again, when everyone was doing it, I was like, it'd be really funny if I did it. I was like, that would be funny. And then someone was like, you can't just now it turns out now you can do whatever the fuck you want on OnlyFans. I thought it was just you got to show dong or you got to show
Right.
vag. You got to be naked or no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is when people are like, oh, well, not everybody wants to see me. The thing with OnlyFans is it's all amateur and that's why people want it. They're
Right.
they're not looking for gorgeous people. They're just yo, I think that chick would look good naked, and it's a gamble.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, that's not what I still paid $5 for it. But I remember thinking yeah, I'll show my bird on fucking OnlyFans. But I really was trying to figure out what gimmick I would have, because I was like, there's got to be something because in my head I'm like, I know. Because I was talking to a friend, and she was like, yeah, you should definitely do that. You should also know that 99% of your viewership is going to be men.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right, that's fine.
Like, cool,
I'm
they kiss
I don't-
good,
I don't,
so-
yeah, they might kiss really good.
I get to make friends. Sick.
yeah. I get to high five people. That's
Cool
fine.
guys looking at me touching my own body. Yeah.
Dude. But I also I was like, all right, that's fun. But I thought about just getting so rock hard, but then reading fucking retirement speeches from famous sports athletes. That's what I wanted to do.
Today.
I walk away from the game.
I consider myself the horniest man on the face. I'm gonna jerk. But I fucking thought about doing that, and then I made a whole fucking thing, and then I didn't do anything with it. And then my one friend who does legitimate porn, because I was talking about doing it, she sent me this very informative, very long email hey, if you're willing to do this, that's fine. But you should know these things.
Oh,
these things.
really?
It was so sweet of her to do
Yeah.
that. It was just a lot of people get into that. I'll just show my ass and it'll be fine. No.
It's nice to know that she opened up an Excel sheet and was like,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
She definitely cracked her.
A spread eagle sheet. What were some of the points where
It was basically just know that
Ouch.
when it was very pointy. There was a lot of just saying that when you do this, know that even if you were to delete it, and I think everyone should know, or everyone does know, just because you put something on the internet and you hit delete, the internet's forever.
Right.
The internet is forever, and if someone wants to, they will find it.
Yeah.
They will find it. You are in a thing, a database, or whatever. The other thing was just know that if you were to happen to show your face, that could have employment reprisal. You could possibly not be employed if you go to some place and they find out that they do it.
Right.
I didn't know. I also thought I think it's kind of shitty that apparently
Someone's got to do something about
I was like,
this.
this is bullshit. You shouldn't be able to bar someone from being employed because they have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
That's coming out. You always see those articles once a week where it's teacher gets asked to leave job because every student. Imagine if you had in high school.
Never, dude. Don't even think that. I haven't
Access
thought
to
about
your
this.
teachers. I would be working 3 jobs as a
Dude.
14-year-old. Just fund my OnlyFans addiction.
Could you imagine, dude? Just going into study hall and knowing that you saw Senorita Stauffer's vag.
Oh,
Boy,
yeah.
oh, gee, Will.
And yes, that was too close. I'm speaking from experience.
No, couldn't tell. That name seemed right
No.
on the spot.
Yeah, dude, with a name like Senorita Stuffins, you really have to go with the
Dude,
porn.
you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not starting an OnlyFans at that point.
Squirvis more like it.
Hey.
go,
Never
dude.
mind.
I used to kind of like look down on the OnlyFans thing until I'm subscribed to several friends' Patreons,
Wait a minute.
which is just I'm paying friends to just talk about
giggles.
bullshit.
Let me
Yeah, OnlyFans is just pussy Patreon.
Exactly, but I mean, I wish my friends would touch their pussies. I mean, I need these guys, dude.
So wait, you're 26 years old and you look down your nose at OnlyFans?
I did,
What
in my
high
younger
horse
years,
are
dude.
you riding?
In my younger years, dude, when I was a
You mean
different
last
man.
week?
Last weekend, I was so upset with OnlyFans, and then got back on the Patreon.
What made you upset about it?
Not upset.
Okay,
That's
what
the
made you
wrong term.
concerned, or it wasn't highfalutin enough?
I hate when women make money. I hate
Just
these
seeing
broads
girls
cashing
succeed.
out with their sexy little sleek bodies. I need to listen to my friends talk about dicks.
Yeah,
That's all I
I
listen to,
mean, dude, I will say it is not annoying, but when you find out like there's like this one person I know, she started an OnlyFans, and then like in 2 months she was like talking like, yeah, I made like over 30 grand in 2 months, and I was
Yeah.
like, I never want to hear. And don't get me wrong, she's not an unattractive girl, but when you think porn star, you think you have an idea in your head of
Right.
what that is. If you saw her, you'd be like, you have an
You're
okay,
making
yeah,
30
yeah,
grand?
Dude, you're
Yeah.
like, I never want to hear any like lady ever complain about money problems ever again.
Yeah, the
It's like,
wage
dude,
gap is officially gone.
It's out of control. And I remember thinking when I started, I was like, no one's going to pay me. No one's going to pay to see my stupid dick. And then again in that email, I was like, prepare for the grossest DMs of your life.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you-
don't read the DMs.
If you
Bob. He's gotta
start
be
an
the most.
OnlyFans, it is just bombardment of like propositions and
Right.
weird
Yeah.
shit.
I think that's where a lot of the money is made too, because most of the chicks that I subscribe to, they'll have a disclaimer on their homepage saying like tips, or like if you tip, your DM will get answered quicker than if
Oh,
you don't
true.
tip.
Yeah,
Man.
that makes sense. That's kind of crazy. I mean,
There needs to be a
I'm
service
in
where we can
OnlyFans
just
now,
go in
dude.
and read those DMs. It can be anonymous.
Oh,
I
God.
just want to read them.
Dude, there's I
If
again
the
I
comments on their Instagram are as good as they are, oh my god.
Dude, another one of my friends, like very recently, started an OnlyFans, and I think she's gonna do great. She's gorgeous.
Damn, I gotta get better friends.
Dude, what the fuck, Ryan?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just know a lot of
So
chicks
many
who like to
beautiful
flash
angels.
gash.
Yeah.
It's fucking dope. But like, she was showing me some of the DMs that she got, and I was like, that is insane. And
Yeah.
like, dudes are again, they're behind this like veil of the internet, and like. There's so much. You're basically an anonymous person, and you can just say whatever you want to somebody else. And some of them are like wildly demanding.
Oh,
just
really?
like what? Yeah, just like do this. Not like can you or would you. It's do this, or or I'm pulling out my subscription. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh,
use some
jeez.
use some gumption. Like, I hate to be a bugaboo, but
Yeah.
you
yeah,
just
that's
stretch your cheeks to their limit
passive aggressive.
and hold a copy of today's paper on your lower back.
Seriously.
Hey, I was just thinking about you.
There's like the whole thing. It's like him like, I hate to be that guy. Man, oh my God, you are doing so great, but it would be amazing.
If you could put the
If
Swiffer
you
in your
fuck-
pussy, that'd be.
Yeah. If you could mop a whole floor with your pussy, please.
If you could squirt at the same time the Swiffer squirts,
Or if it's just
Good
like,
tongue twister.
he's like,
that was tough to get
that
out.
was. He's like, by golly, you know what would really get me? You know,
Yeah.
like just like, you know what would really get me over in the mountain?
Yeah, I think by calling it a Swiffer, I might have just created something new.
A Swiffer?
Just a mop that squirts.
That would be.
You gotta work to clean. Going down
But
on
the
your mouth.
clit is pretty big, so you're just like,
That's what fucking the Italian dudes mean. When they're like, I want a woman who cooks and cleans. She's in there squirting the floors all day.
what's her name? Squiffer. And guess what? She can take a right hook like nobody's business. I like hitting that fucking
I
boat.
love to hit my wife.
The name was Swifferelli when we reached Ellis Island,
When she came off the boat.
but to gain employment, we had to truncate it.
speaking, Speaking of trunk, my kid's been in there for 2 weeks. He's pissed.
Oh my god. What's the like? Do your subscriptions will you go through and do like an audit?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really stick around too long because I could. For instance, I signed up for somebody last night. She's got about 500 pictures on her account.
That's so many.
So I've already unsubbed because like I've seen what I like, and
An
it's like
outcome.
I'll get a month out of this. But I got to assume that that's a lot of people who sign up for OnlyFans because very few people are creating daily content.
Okay.
You might get like 1 or 2 a week, which is cool.
What a job.
But that is also
Yeah.
the other thing that was in the email too. Is like if you really want to make money, you
Yeah.
have to it is a job.
Right.
You have to create content. You also have to create content. You have to create teaser content, which it's almost like fishing. You bait them and then you
There's-
reel them in.
I want to see a tier where you pay for all the outtakes because there's no way they're nailing
gag
reel.
all this
bloopers.
shit.
There's
the
the
gag
OnlyFans.
That's our app. We're gonna start an app called Gag Reel, and it's all girls can take their OnlyFans content that they are like, oh, this just didn't make the cut. Toss it on Gag Reel.
To that point, the nicest thing I've ever seen in porn was a blooper tape. And the guy came, like, as soon as he put his dick in this lady.
Oh no!
And then he got up and he walked away. The director's like, what the fuck? The guy walks away.
I know exactly what you're talking
And the
about.
lady, like, goes over to console him.
Oh,
It's the nicest thing I've ever seen.
It is very like you're like, wow, you know what? These people are really looking out for
Yeah.
one another.
It really is a family.
I think one of my favorite bloopers was this chick was eating this dude's ass, and then he like just ripped one right in there. But the funny thing, but
that's
it gets
real.
But it gets better because it was in like a stage room, so she went out and she like went through a door and slammed it, but she was just on the other side of nothing. So she like slammed the door, like I'm getting out of here, and it was like, no, you're still in the same room, you fucking idiot.
it's like when you see a sitcom from the '90s, like the behind the scenes
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
when
dude.
Will Smith walks through a door and he's just
It's
backstage.
exactly how it happened. It was just like, yeah, you didn't really leave, sweetheart.
That's incredible.
I know you think you did.
Was it the kind of fart where you could tell he wound up to let it
Oh
loose?
no, he definitely
He
knew
meant
it was
it,
going.
yeah.
But it wasn't like a little like boop. It was like a blah, and she was just, but he was like, yeah, get in there. And then
Cheek
like,
reverberator.
she started licking, he farted, and you knew he had it in the chamber because when she went up, he was like like he was looking at the camera like, yeah. It's like we have a lot of fun.
You
on
gotta have
set.
fun on set, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is like I want a porn PSA. It's like, hey, we have a lot of fun on set, guys. But you know what's not fun? Throwing up on a dick. It's just like, it's like unless you're really into that, we have a whole category for that. It's like,
It's just jackass porn. They're just
Yeah.
pranking the other people.
they have a disclaimer like, don't try
I'm
this.
Johnny Knoxville, and I'm going to fart in a horse mouth.
Yo, Bam Margera. We're in Ron Jeremy's pool house.
Oh my god.
Yo, man, he's asleep right now. I'm gonna wake him up with my cock.
My dad's in bed. We're going to watch them fuck.
Dude, that would be fucking wild. Just to see like trying to do. How many times did that happen? Like he'd just go on to his parents like, I'm gonna go wake my dad. Oh, my dad's fucking my mom, dude.
My dad loved and provided for me my entire life. I'm going to go hit him as hard as I can.
Yo,
while
I'm
he
gonna let
sleeps.
him finish, dude.
I'm going to edge my dad.
Give my dad blue balls, man.
Yeah, we're gonna cover my mom in flour while she's riding my dad reverse cowgirl.
Just lighting all the firework in the room.
We're going to watch Don Vito have sex with a minor.
Dude, I used to work at the Chili's in King of Prussia. Don't want to brag.
I know exactly what that Chili's is.
It's a great spot. And
is.
Raikyan, the dude with the long hair,
Yeah.
that's like he's like a nuclear
He's a
scientist,
chemist.
right?
He's a
Chemist,
chemist.
right? He used to come in there every like 3 days for lunch. He would just eat buffalo wings, drink like an iced tea, and leave.
Classic chemist.
But he was the dude that hated mustard. So
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
always like
yeah.
a cook in the back that was just like, yo, I'm gonna go throw a ramekin of mustard in his face. I was like, he's just a guy eating at Chili's,
let him
man.
go.
Like, yeah, we all love the show. I would laugh at it if you did it, but
I wonder if that ever happened to like Gerald Ford's like, yo, this guy hates bullets. I'm gonna fucking you know how he got shot, he didn't like it? I'm gonna go out and shoot him again.
I'm gonna
right?
do a show with
Cheryl,
dude.
big fan.
Dude, could you imagine if JFK had lived and everyone was taking weird like pictures with him like, oh, my brain's
Yeah.
blown out.
Oh, dude, 2 days ago on Twitter, I was seconds away from being able to buy a John Hinckley painting.
Oh,
Like I
man.
had just logged on to Twitter and it said like 17 seconds ago, John Hinckley posted a link to his eBay account.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a cat painting. I love cats, and I think I'm all for John Hinckley's resurgence. And as soon as I went on there, it was already taken down.
Oh.
Like, fuck
It
me,
was
man.
taken down or was already sold?
It was already sold, I imagine.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Hinckley. So I was trying to reach out for Hinckley before to just have him like just correspond and be a guest on the podcast, and I painted him a painting
Okay.
because I wanted to be like, hey, I know like you do some abstract work, like here's a painting for you, and it was just some crap I just threw together in 3 seconds. Like I wonder if he'll respond. He never got back to my fucking email, and I feel snubbed by the Hinckley.
I'm starting to think
I
he's a
feel
real
snubbed.
piece of shit.
I'm starting to think he's
You
not
know
a
what?
straight shooter.
Yeah. Now here's the fun part of the show. Ready? Matt, who is Hinckley?
I'm just letting you guys. I don't know who that is at all, dude.
Man.
Who's John Hinckley? Is this a bad boy? He's
a bad shooter.
He's a no good
He's not very good.
Good guy, bad
Who the
aim.
heck is this
Yeah.
guy?
Bad aim on that guy. Who is John Hinckley?
Yeah.
He shot.
Guitarist, painter.
Yeah, he's just an all around artist. Is what he
Yeah.
is. He's just
Recently released from prison
Okay.
and started
prison,
cutting albums.
prison, and also a mental institution. Not to brag, sometimes you get built up with all this anxiety and
Sure.
angst. You don't know where to go, what to do. Sometimes you buy a gun. Sometimes you want to win a woman's love. I don't.
He was
know.
a man with a crush doing cute things to win her attention.
Oh, he's a lover boy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Total fucking
okay.
romantic.
Oh, good. Okay, I thought it was
Yeah.
like a bad thing.
I would love to just give you just enough information to go out in the public and be like, you guys hear about this new fucking John Hinckley guy?
You're about this guy. It's like, so what is he? He's like, he's actually a great leader. He has a huge work ethic. He has like Hitler. I don't know what his name is. He's just fucking wild, dude.
Oh, did he like the hit dog?
Yeah, no, he did not like Hitler.
Good.
He loved Jodie Foster.
Love Jodie
Big
Foster.
Jodie
Oh,
fan.
I do know. Yeah.
She
Okay.
actually gave him a
Okay.
shout
Okay.
out in the past year. She's like,
What?
I was kind of impressed by it.
How could you not be?
I
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Dude, I don't know what I would do if some lady was like, I shot the president for you. I'd be like, you goddamn right.
Did you finish the job? Well, it's
Yo,
like,
actually,
damn it.
you know what would be crazy if some chick was like, I shot the president for you. I think my first thing would be like, you know what this dick do? Fucking women go, no.
Damn,
So
she
it's
must
like,
have
Kill the president for this.
Yo, I hope every girl saw this because I'm like, I wreck gash, dude. I make
must have a
women go
huge
nuts.
clit, dude.
Yo, her clit is it's like hanging fucking big.
bulbous.
It's a bulbous.
It's the same thing how dudes' noses keep
Yeah,
growing.
just get
women's
bigger.
clits just
It's got pock
keep
marks
growing.
all over it. Looks like an
Bulbous.
old pup-up nose.
An old boozy nose clip.
Do you think Hinckley's become an inspiration to other prominent shooters? Be like, maybe I should pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
I think if anything, it's shown other people who want to shoot the president in time. You just will be like, no one will care. It's just
Imagine
like,
if you were the second biggest Jodie Foster fan and you were like, I just had pictures over on my wall.
Oh,
Like,
man.
I could, all I had to do was shoot a president.
wait a minute.
You gotta
What
give
I
him his
have to
respect,
do?
man, because if somebody's outdoing you to that degree, either outdo them or
Yeah,
just
dude.
bow down to them.
Be funny if there was a guy who built like a dirty bomb for Jodie Foster. It was only Jodie Foster. Like everyone's just like, I have to get her attention. How did you? It's like, well, I decapitated my dog, and then, and then like she didn't respond. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I do next? I go to a mall. Get it? Right? Listen. I know.
Jodie
everything.
loves malls.
She loves Forever 21. So I killed 21 people in her.
That's incredible.
I made a lot of those people forever 21.
Yeah, they're Forever 21.
His mom's trying to console him, like, you can set it off at the house. I don't want to set it off. I wanted Jody to set it off at her apartment.
This is my part of the house, Mom. I pay rent.
I never get to bomb anything.
Isn't Jodie Foster gay? Or am I wrong? Am I thinking of the wrong woman?
Yeah, you're thinking of the wrong woman.
I think
No,
I think she's. I think she
Is
is
she?
gay.
But
Damn.
Imagine doing that, shooting the president for a woman's love, and finding out she's barking up the wrong tree. Can you imagine how fucking much of a quack Hinckley must have felt
Listen,
like?
I'm flattered, but it's just you don't have enough flannel. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I feel like a real simpleton right now.
it's like a sitcom gag. It's like, this is awkward. I just attempted to murder the commander in chief, and you're gay?
Really,
Cut
I'm
to
going to shoot the president over a woman that's a lesbian?
Oh my God! I
How
didn't.
crazy that sounds.
Yeah. Egg on my face. Egg on my face.
Danny Tanner
she's not
sits and
gonna-
talks with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
But then
you
again, how funny would it be if Reagan forgave him? Was like, I know what it's like. It's like you're doing it for love, and now you're just batting out of your
My
league.
wife's the throat coat. You think?
You know, she fucking took it all the way to the base.
Yeah, do you have a lot of we talked about her being like sucking her way through DC. Do you know a lot about that story? We didn't have any info on it.
I've
last time we
seen her on
talked
Mr.
about it.
T's lap a lot, so I just assumed a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You think she blew Mr. T?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. They leave the chains on? You got to leave the chains on, right?
He
Mr.
put
T.
him on her neck while she did it.
just to weigh her down,
Yeah.
just to see how far.
She's working out with the Joe Rogan thing just so she can get used to sucking Mr. T's dick.
That would be funny if it was pictures of Nancy, right? Like it was there the whole time. We just never realized if there was a picture of her like eating a hot dog, like all the way down, like smiling.
It's on the White House tour. The eyes slide out so she can watch people.
Or like you
from
just see
another room.
Nancy Reagan with like running mascara right out her face, like. It's like, what was she doing? She's sucking a fat dick the whole time. Did you know that fucking LBJ's dick was a huge problem?
He looks like
Really?
it.
So LBJ has this. There's an audio clip of him calling. I think he's on the phone with either his secretary or someone who represents him, trying to get hold of Sears and Roebuck to have them tailor pants for him specially because he keeps ripping the seam on it, and he goes from my I think it's from my ball sack to my bunghole. He literally says that, and it's like because LBJ's
It's a yin yang song too.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
from a ball sack to your bunghole. Dude, but apparently his dick and balls were so big that he would ruin pants.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I think you
As-
want that out of a president, though. I want my president to
Yeah,
have a
definitely.
huge dick.
Yeah, of course you do.
Of like the big, uncomfortably big.
You want him to be like, you know, he can flex on anybody anytime. It's like, yo, I got the bombs in his bombs.
He's got to wear dress sweatpants constantly.
They're gray still. Still shows the outline. Hey, why do we have to cut a hole in the podium for this president?
the president always wearing just like gray Nike sweatpants at all times.
Dude, fucking
And
sweatpants
those
press. Yeah. Casual press would be fucking wild, dude.
Russia's actually a vibe. To be totally
It's like, dude.
Athleisure president.
Yo, I'm going to take this fucking country out, no cap, dude. I'm fucking-
His tailor's workspace is the real situation room.
but like,
Everybody just sitting watching like,
Oh yeah, like when they got Bin Laden, they're just like sitting looking.
The guy from Men's Warehouse.
They announce it at a Phillies game. Ladies and gentlemen, our president has a fat cock. And everyone's like, USA.
this is like just finding out which president had the fattest bird has got to be out of control.
he looks like
True.
it though. He
Because
looks like a fat bird.
LBJ, if you saw him, like he's got like huge ears, got like a dumb no, he just has like big weird features.
Yeah.
So like when but the phone call is so funny because it was like supposed to be a candid phone call. It's like, look, my dick and balls will not fit in any slacks. I'm tired of walking around with this shit. Please make me pants that can accommodate my
There
fat
was some
cock.
CIA guy that had to record all the calls. He's like, man, my grandkids are going to love this on the internet one day.
He's like, what's LBG talking about there? Vietnam? No, he's talking about his fucking
Fat
dick again.
dick.
Again.
I think he's going to win the next
He
election.
might come back, dude.
That
He
is-
killed Kennedy with his dick. I swear to God.
Dude, that's why Jackie O's covered in
into
blood
the
on the
left.
plane.
Dude. That's not blood, dude. Dude, I bet LBJ was like, let me see your Jackie face. Sorry, your husband's dead. Sorry.
Too soon? Too
Too
soon?
soon? Too soon?
His
Finding
brains are
out,
still on your
Yeah,
pink
it's like,
dress.
clean that off, baby doll.
Didn't she wear that dress for like 4 days, like after he got shot, right? She
I mean,
kept wearing it.
I don't doubt that seeing your husband's brains float all over the place
might
won't
stick
cause a
with you.
little bit of
I
a
think
problem.
third thing on my list, it's going to be like, I need a new husband. 2, I'm kind of thirsty. And 3, I should probably
Yeah.
take this brain-soaked dress off.
don't know.
Jackie, you get a shower, please.
She was
Yeah.
probably just going with like all of her favorite restaurants, like just trying to get a free steak.
Yeah.
Like, oh, me? Yeah, I am
this?
Jackie. Yeah,
Hi.
it's been a
Oh,
rough
I
week.
miss my
yeah.
husband so bad. Can
Yeah, I don't
get
know.
a
Were you
free
watching
meal?
the news recently?
So you're going to charge me extra for this blizzard? I don't know if you know. No, it's fine. It's fine. The commander in chief is dead, and I was there. No
He's
big
never
deal.
coming back.
He's never coming back.
Yeah, but okay.
They put him in a lead casket. They put him in a lead casket.
I've heard that he's an infamous small bird guy.
I
I can see
man.
that. He's
Yeah.
he's very Irish. He's from like
Yeah.
the Boston Islands. Like
Take it back constantly.
yeah, meth.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is like he may have had a small bird, but his sliz count was fucking
Oh,
out of control.
I mean-
you could rip on fucking Jack Kennedy for having a small dick,
Yeah.
but he still fucked Marilyn Monroe.
like Hasbulla.
Oh yeah.
He fucked at the time the hottest woman on the planet.
Yeah.
Right.
He still did it. And he also had a hot wife.
Maybe we should hear out Kanye.
I think
is
we
all
should
we're
fucking
saying.
figure this out. It's just like, dude, like you could rip on this guy for having a weak piece, but he's still slammed.
It's always funny too when the moms and the grandmom generation ahead of us are always like, he was so handsome, and then you look at a picture of him, you're like, he's kind of retarded looking in every.
He just had
possible
nice
way.
hair. Let's
He
be
did
real.
have,
That's all
he
it
had
was.
great
Yeah.
hair, dude.
Which can get you far.
Yeah, a full head
You
of hair.
definitely have the
You guys both have dapper gray heads of hair, so it can get you far.
brother. You have the hair of a president.
You do have the hair.
You have the head of a president.
I have,
You do.
I have politician hair and cul-de-sac face, and I understand this. I am a very suburban looking.
Yeah, but that's what we want in a leader, dude.
Yeah.
We want the guy who.
And that's why I'm announcing my presidency for whenever.
Yeah,
I think
but
I'm
how
old
big is
enough
your
now.
dick?
Yeah, too. I'm 36.
dude, you can run. I
Yeah,
thought
we're
about-
talking about hair. All right, I'm going to segue for this.
Oh, man.
I brought you guys Christmas presents because this is our Christmas
come
special.
on.
Oh, too sweet.
So I'm going to do it in waves. These are from Matt and I. Matt doesn't really know what they are, but they're both
Oh,
from
by the way,
Matt
we're
and I.
joined by Mike Rainey and Ryan Shaner.
yeah.
Thanks for.
How you
So
doing?
in the
Thank you for
meantime, you
having
guys, if you want to plug whatever you want to plug, you can open the little one first.
Thank you.
So this is in the
this
vein
is
of
kinda
handsome
heavy.
idiots. You guys are both two dapper gentlemen. You got hair that's on point. You're also guys that know how to carry yourself in the street and know how to wield a blade. So as your first gift, I got you what Amazon listed as a training butterfly knife.
I've
But
never
you're
had a
goddamn
butterfly
right, it's a
knife.
comb.
I've never had one.
Well, now you got a butterfly knife comb, buddy. Now it also is serrated enough that you could still fuck somebody up with it.
This is also something that if you showed somebody, they wouldn't fuck with you because they think you're fucking insane.
Yeah.
This is like something that's like, what the fuck
You're
is that
winning
all
every
about?
fight
It's
on
like,
that.
No, no.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than getting stabbed is getting your hair combed by somebody else. You look so handsome, you idiot. You
That
a
would
really
be
cute
the most
1940
unnerving
street fight.
assault.
just fucking.
This is like, yeah, we're gonna make you look pretty, dude. How
just
sick
putting-
is that?
All right, I'm glad you guys like those. And then the
Thank you
second
so much,
thing,
guys.
That is
problem.
amazing. Thank
The
you.
second thing, this one is more. This is my personal thank you. So I am now 4 months sober, but I didn't have a rock
Congrats, man.
bottom.
Oh well.
But I want to
pussy.
thank both of you for sharing your rock bottoms enough. Like from listening to both of your podcasts and hearing your guys' story, I've realized like in my head when I kind of quit drinking by accident, but I think it was something that was always there. And it's from listening to like, I'm like, oh shit, you can stop drinking and still do fun, cool shit.
Yeah.
And I learned that from you two specifically. Like, so I want to thank you for that.
Thank
so
you,
for
John.
that
Dude, yeah.
is your second gift.
You're gonna make us fall off the wagon.
Oh man,
I want you
this
to get
is
violently
ever clear,
drunk
dude.
now.
Oh, I love Heineken Zeros.
Oh fuck.
So that's also
John.
from my stalking of both
Thank
of you.
you, dude.
You one time mentioned Heineken Zeros and Dad Meat, and I've
Delicious.
seen you drinking them at Helium. So I started drinking them recently.
They're good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
When it comes to non-alcoholic beers, very good. And they're still cold. I left them in my fridge wrapped overnight.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, so thank you guys. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate.
Thank you so much, dude.
I'll take
Yeah,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, why
you
not?
want one?
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck
And
yeah,
Matt,
dude.
this is also your first step to recovery.
This is my wake up call, dude.
Matt, we're here to tell you that your drinking is a real problem.
But boy, is it fun, guys.
But we do need you to keep doing it if I'm not going to drink anymore.
Oh, you got.
We got to
oh,
remain
you got-
interesting on the podcast.
Man,
So-
it's always a surprise how much this tastes like real beer.
I've been saying that like I've tasted a few non-alcoholics
Yeah.
now. This is also the only one that's it's 100% no alcohol.
Yeah,
right?
the other ones are 0.5.
See, that's what's interesting. So,
Oh, wow.
do you guys count that as drinking? I know you had an
No.
accidental fall off the wagon, right?
Yeah, I accidentally drank a fucking Truly's, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Because it was in like the same tub with all the sparkling water.
Right.
So I grabbed one, I popped it open. I was like, all right, well, this is not good. I was like, oh my god, it's a
Yeah.
what do you call them?
Sparkling.
What is a Truly?
A seltzer.
A seltzer.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm glad I don't like this.
I fucking.
Did you finish the can or you
No,
just
I just
No,
took a
no,
sip.
you
Oh,
just
sip.
stopped.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I have a problem. So like, one of the main things with my alcoholism that I found out is not just like what I would drink and how often I would drink was my rate of consumption. And I
Right.
still do. I don't know if you saw me drinking water. I pour it
Yeah.
into my
Dumping
head.
it into your
I did notice that.
And I do it all the time, and that's the way I've always drank. I drank like I'm fucking Steve Austin all the
I
fucking
was,
time.
I was just gonna say
I've
it was
never-
the raddest way I've ever seen someone drink water.
I've never not done it that way. And like, even when I drink normally, I never sip anything.
Right.
It's always like a big pool.
Well, I realized when I bought these yesterday, they do still make these in cans, so you could do a Steve Austin, knock them together, stone cold,
It's
two
great.
non-out, just to start your Monday.
But because I chug shit, like 2 weeks ago at Helium, unfortunately, these bottles look exactly like the Heineken bottles.
Oh, yeah.
There's no distinction. So I put my bottle down on top of the fridge, and someone put their Heineken next to that.
Oh shit!
I started talking, and I grabbed what I thought was my beer, and I took a gigantic pull off of it.
But it was like when you kissed a dude. You knew right away.
I knew, but 'cause you know what?
You were
But I also, just like I do, I was like, "This is pretty good." It's like this is.
Oh, this is all the answers I've been looking for.
Like, why,
Okay.
Why does this feel like I want to text my girlfriend right now and tell her she's a bitch?
She had a
She's
good run, babe.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, that's because it's regular beer. But that's the closest I've come to like relapsing. But it's more like I don't, as much as I have like an addiction to booze,
Yeah.
I also found that my addiction isn't really, I'm not addicted to any substance.
Right.
What I am addicted to is self-destruction.
Yeah.
Which I think most people need to understand is like when you stop doing a drug and then you get right back into something else that is a little bit just as addictive, you're like, why am I doing this? Because you are a maniac.
Right.
And you are looking for anything to fill a void that you may have been missing. And whether that void be like, a relationship issue or a parental issue or anything, you just are looking for anything that will light the fuse on whatever bomb you have inside of you.
Right.
And like, I think that was like one thing where the non-alcoholic beers, I don't really care if they're like 0.5 because I'm not really worried about the alcohol because I'm worried about like, I know I can't have one.
Right.
I know I can't have one. I know that for a fact. If anyone's like, you could probably enjoy one beer. I know if I were to have one beer would easily turn into 9 without a doubt.
Dude, there was a night where right before, like days before I stopped drinking, where we were hanging out at Helium, and it was after last call, and I was trying to get beer for both of us.
Yeah.
And the bartender just wouldn't give it to us. So I circumvented her, and I went to the manager. I was like, can Shane and I just get a couple beers for the end of the night? He's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, how many do you want? And I was like, 12. Because I knew we were going to be there for like another hour. So he put 12 beers on top of the bar for us. And then after my wife dropped you off, I asked you to go into your house. I was like, do you have any booze at your house? And you're like, yeah, I got a little bit of vodka. I was like, would you mind pouring me a pint glass full of vodka for the ride home? And I live like 10 minutes from Shane. And Ryan, just the sweetest guy in the world, went inside.
At no point did I think that was weird. I was like, pint glass for a road?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
My body's thirsty. Sure.
The funny thing is, before I poured in the pint glass, I was like, a little for me.
Some for daddy.
Yeah, that's just a little nip I need, and then I'm going to take a shower and finish off the rest of this bottle. Shower drinking is the best.
So I miss shower drinking. I haven't taken a non-alcoholic in the shower yet, but shower drinking is one of my favorite
It's the best thing in the
forms of it. It's so good. Shower everything. Shower cries, shower singing, shower drinking.
You know, actually the worst is shower masturbation. Because you know what doesn't mix?
Shower
Cum
sex,
and
too.
water.
Yeah.
Shower sex is the
sucks.
worst.
It sucks.
It's so good on paper.
It's convenient if you're like, we got to get
Definitely.
this and then we got to get to that bar mitzvah.
but fucking...
Hugely overrated.
I only fuck on bar mitzvah days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be
When you're
quick
prepping.
about my cum.
When I first started jacking, I was strictly a shower jerker.
Of course.
And
It's only free time you have.
brother, it took me until my mom mentioning it on the phone to my aunt for me to realize how fucked up it was and that cum does not drain the way that I thought it did.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're building a bit of a...
It always comes back.
I came down one day and my mom was on the phone with my aunt knowing what I was doing, and she looked at me, she's like, there he is, the cleanest boy in Delaware County. You could just say that cum doesn't drain the way
Yeah.
that I think it does, Mom.
That is
Yeah, but that
so
wouldn't have
good.
stuck. You would have been like, yeah, it does. She's got to shame you into not doing it.
Dude,
You're like,
there's
all right,
gotta
well,
be-
get ready for all of your sheets to be ruined then. I'm sorry.
You know what's crazy with all the technology we have today? All the things that we have working for us. We got electric cars. We got all these satellites. We got Google Earth. We got everything. There has to be one scientist who's like, I found a way to make shower water split cum apart. Like some additive. Because we got water softener.
Yeah.
There's got to be cum softener in the water.
Cum softener in the water.
That's why
That's the
there's-
fluoride I can get behind.
That's why
That's
there's
the fluoride,
fluoride.
dude.
Yeah, that's why.
If you fucking had something in the water that just made your cum... See, again, this goes back to like what I would do with all my money.
We need
I
the
would have-
Kohler and the
Good ideas,
Whirlpool.
man.
I would have a shower. It's like, yeah, you can jerk off as much as you want in the shower. Cum just go. It's like
It's still in your
Rain-X.
house you live in now.
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
guys, nothing looks different. I understand. I am a multimillionaire. You haven't seen my cum shower yet.
That's the thing too. If I had billions of, I wouldn't move from my shitty row home
Yeah.
in Philadelphia. I would just soup that motherfucker up to a point where
build- we were just
all
talking
of my
about on the way
neighbors
here.
would be
Just
like,
have a cum
"What?
Roomba going around all day
Oh
long.
my god, Kumba. What is that? It's like my cum vacuum, dude. Don't touch it,
I did attach a fleshlight to it. Yes.
dude. That's another thing. I almost made so Lemaire, I had him on my show, and he had never seen a woman squirt in real life,
Oh.
which I think is. Have you ever seen a chick squirt in your face?
Not in my face. No.
I love the
She goes to a different school. She squirted at a different school. Yeah.
But you would know.
You would
right?
know her, dude. She's
She's
actually
a model,
really
a squirt model in Canada.
She's super hot and cool, and she can do like 12 push-ups. She's fucking sick, dude.
She can squirt so hard, dude.
She squirts so
It's
fucking hard.
Her dad played for the Flyers.
Yeah, I don't know. She's Danny Briere.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was gonna make. So I have a fleshlight that I barely use, which I wish I used more. But it's like it's so cumbersome.
That was good.
Yeah, you like that? It was pretty good. But it is not. Not until I find something that will beat my hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, I don't know. Like this is great, but then like, I pull out of my fleshlight.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's just respect.
You know what I do? Because have you ever come in a fleshlight?
It's a lot
Yeah.
of maintenance.
So
It's gotta
much-
be messy.
Dude,
I've
you
always
have to
thought.
like turn it inside
Does it
out.
decrease the amount of shame afterwards if you do pull out? Because then it eliminates the.
So
the
you
work
just, if you just
afterwards.
if
yeah.
you just shoot it on top, you can just wipe that down to a nice shot.
Yeah.
Coming inside your fleshlight, you got to turn the motherfucker inside out. You got to get water.
It
You got
does
to
sound
get
like a
wipes.
process.
I've heard like dishwasher. You have to put it in the dishwasher.
So the
you get to put it in the
yeah,
dishwasher.
you get to.
I've heard from
But
a
then
friend.
again, it's like I was gonna make because Lemaire had never seen a chick squirt in real life. I was gonna put a squirt gun on the front of it, and then a fucking Barbie head on it, and then blindfold him and have him touch it while it squirted all over his face. But I was just like, that would be a nice Christmas gift to do.
That's fun for someone to walk in on you crafting in your living room.
It's like,
You're
what,
like,
dude, and you would look like a crazy.
yeah, you're like, I'll be with you in a minute. I'm
Like,
working.
I'm
all right?
working on a very advanced technology.
It's for my friend.
Look, it's not for me. I was holding it for my friend. I swear to God. You know what? That's funny too. Is I guarantee there is some kid who's getting busted for a fleshlight and he's blaming it on his friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
right now, he's.
I was just holding it for him.
I found it in the woods, Mom. I didn't know what to do.
My mom has reminded me of this a couple times when my parents found this was the first like porn I had was my friend printed out pictures for me.
Yeah.
And one was a full page picture of a woman on a boat straddling the throttle. And that was
Throttle
my
was
go-to.
inside her?
No, just straddle. I'm sure she did at some point. We didn't go deep enough into the archives to get the rest of the pictures.
And this was woods porn.
It wasn't even woods porn. It was my friend's printer. He was the
Oh,
first
you
kid to
printed
get
it out.
internet.
That's right.
It's like I'm 36, so like we got internet 7th grade, which it's like we didn't get it till 8th grade in my house. My friend got it early,
Dude.
and he had like his dad had a good printer because he was also a pervert, and he printed it out. I had it hidden in my guitar case, like the extra flap where the picks go, and my parents found it in there because I think they were like buying me picks for Christmas, and we're like, "We'll put them in his guitar case. It'll be
Dude.
cute."
I got all the picks I need.
Well, then, so my parents, like, my dad had like a talk with me about it, but I could tell he still had that tone of like, yeah, good choice. Like, boats do rule.
Yeah.
I found out I was conceived after my parents went to a boat show. The rumor is they snuck onto a boat and fucked. I don't know the full story.
No, more like
So I was
throat
like,
show.
you did this to me. This was imprinted in my DNA. I needed
Oh
to
my
be.
God, John.
That boat was calling my name. So I want a boat so bad.
You think it rekindled their romance?
I hope it did.
It had to.
I hope it really did.
had
They were
to.
like, babe. I mean, that AC Boat Show '86 was a fucking.
It
time.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
Remember how we got thrown out for public indecency? It was fucking crazy.
Remember how we ruined a boat?
Dude, that would be funny to find out that your parent, like, how they conceived you was public indecency. And then
Oh,
both
yeah.
both shots are like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Well,
yeah.
what sucks now too is my dad has since passed, so like he probably would have told me the story. My mom never would tell me, and I don't want her to either,
dude.
I don't want.
You don't
that
want to hear
story
about your
told.
mom
Yeah, I
getting
don't- your mom-
railed.
Don't-
She
John.
slipped up. It was my 22nd birthday. We went out for hibachi, and she was drunk, and somebody said a boat. And he was like, "Yeah, we know why you love boats," and everyone laughed. And I was like, "Why is that?"
Because
And
I
my
asked
sister
your
was
mother
like-
for permission to come aboard. And that's how you were born.
And then you
Is
were
there a
here.
better? Is there a better pun to fucking put a bow on this episode?
Dude, that is fucking great.
What a beaut.
Damn.
What do you got? I'm sorry, we didn't intro or plug anything. So
good.
please,
We're
the
having
floor
fun,
is
baby.
yours.
You can check me out on the End Podcast. Check out the Patreon and check out the Twitter. Yeah, you can go on YouTube. It's the End Podcast with Ryan Shaner. I know people have had problems finding it, and that's because people have made a bunch of podcasts called The End and then never did anything with them. So it's the End Podcast with Ryan Shaner.
Check out That Me Podcast, which is me and the funniest guy on the planet, Tim Butterly. Little Snickers Podcast, which is me and my boys, Jake Matera and John Del Calo. It's a true crime podcast exploring the lighter side of serial killing. And perhaps most importantly right now, I'm trying to sell a book, and that's On Perks. And it chronicles my journey through not only Percocet addiction, but I was also very active on Facebook during my addiction.
I actually apologize. I wanted to talk about that so much today, too. And I apologize we didn't bring it up.
Good,
so this
man.
is a good reason to have you back on again, both of you guys. But
Please, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
The only thing I'll plug, all of our listeners and followers know it, but if you go on and find the Hacks episode that I did with the Dad Meat guys.
Oh, yeah. I was
one
telling
of the
her, we were-
greatest moments ever.
Putt-putt.
We got to watch a fat white lady and a skinny black guy play one-on-one trampoline basketball against each other while he sang along to the words of Queens. And instead of got to get right out of here, he jumped up and blocked her shot and said, "Get that shit right out of here."
Oh man, that is fucking.
It might be
perfect.
the greatest thing ever captured on the internet. But yeah, if you're going to watch a Hacks episode, watch that one. It's fucking incredible. Fuck yeah. Matt, what do you got coming up?
I think I have to stop drinking.